Is your run-up the reason why you're not bowling as fast as you want? The reason why you're constantly injured, stiff and sore? Or the reason why you can't be consistent and you're lacking the accuracy on the field? Recently, I've had hundreds of fast bowlers from all around the world apply for their run-ups to be analysed on this video today. And most of them were making the same common mistakes that I've seen all fast bowlers make when it comes to their run-ups. These mistakes stop you from bowling fast, from bowling accurate, from being consistent, and is a part of the reason why you may be getting injured. So luckily for you, by the end of this video, you can see the same issues that these guys are having and then apply the fixes that I recommend into your game. Let's get into the first fast bowler. First, let's watch this fast bowler here just at full speed. So obviously he's put it in slow motion here for us. Beautiful. Okay, so let's break it down. When we're looking at a fast bowler run-up, the goal of it is to build momentum into the crease so we can transfer that straight momentum into rotational momentum so we can bowl fast. What we're trying to do then is maximize that through speed, run-up velocity. We can see here that although this is in slow motion, that it doesn't really look like the bowler is sprinting in. I'm looking at the arms are pretty stiff, rigid and robotic. I'm looking at the legs and this lack of knee lift and drive and intensity in the running. Look how his foot lands here, landing on his heel and collapsing through that stance leg. And you can see even here through his arms, there's not much rhythm and consistency here. First point of call. You need to give yourself time to open up into a good running stride. I would probably stay his run up back here and be a little bit straighter. As you can see, he's got to come and sort of straighten up to get the ball through there. Whereas if he just starts back here, it's a much more straighter line into off stump. That keeps it really, really simple. Run straight lines directly towards the target. From there, I'd recommend doing a bit of a slow walk in and make the feeling in the goal to be super bouncy through his first few steps. If he's feeling bouncy in his first few steps, that sets up the rest of the run-up. So walk in here and then let's get feeling bouncy. Now, to feel bouncy, you're going to need to land on the ball of your foot. You're going to need to pick your feet up over the top and cycle your legs. And that is going to significantly help that. That's that lower body taken care of here. Instead of his feet doing, let's say, small overstrides there, pick his feet up and make big circles with his feet. Landing on the ball of his foot, being really bouncy. With his arms, I need him to be nice and relaxed through here, somewhere through there. What we can't have is our arms rotating and being stiff through there, because what that does just causes off balance and it doesn't allow you to get the right rhythm and timing. So my recommendations here would be, from the top, start back further. Let's feel bouncy, let's get rhythm in the arms, and then let's stride in and really open up the legs like a sprinter. That is more of a fast bowling run-up that sets you up to bowl fast. You can even see here through his follow-through how off-balanced he is and he has to fall off to the side. That makes my point even more, where he needs to start nice and straight. That's the key here. If you don't run like you would in a normal running race, so let's say in a 20-meter sprint, he's running so differently right now when he gets the ball in his hand. You need to keep your running as consistent and as possible, and this run-up should be the best run of the week. Like, you should be running beautiful and perfect right now, and instead I'm seeing a lack of rhythm and repeatability and flow and timing. So let's feel bouncy, let's lengthen out that run-up, let's stay nice and relaxed and really stride and open up. Let's move in to number 2. As we roll into the second video here, I'll run this through in full speed and then we'll break it down. So let's go back to the start here. Talk about in the previous bowler that we're trying to get consistency and rhythm and flow and really, really good timing. Now, if we look at these first few steps in particular, have a look at how long and lengthy and then how short and choppy these steps are. Long, 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 choppy, choppy, choppy. Now, there's no real consistency there. As we gain speed in the run-up, as we gain speed when we're running, our strides lengthen out. But this is actually the opposite's happening. Is like we've started off big and then we've gone to small. Now, as we zoom in and, not zoom, but go a little bit slower, we can see on these long steps here, spending a lot of time in the air, which is nice. But then we move into something shorter, and it just feels like there's not as much rhythm. And we can see here, bang, heel strike there. So I like his bounciness. He's probably spending a little bit too long in the air for his first start, but I don't mind, him thinking about being bouncy. I think thinking about being bouncy is really, really good. But what I want to help here with is the run-up speed. So the recommendation I'll be saying here is let's start off slow, build in, but let's keep the same consistent stride length. Drills that might be really handy for this is when you're running over hurdles. So everyone would have seen that where we have the hurdle here, etc. That's to get the consistency of the steps and to get the consistent length and the pick up as well, the time in the air. If you don't have hurdles, some cones work fine too, or having cricket bats lined out, or could be some gloves, whatever it is, just a reference point to help the stride length out a little bit. You can see the arms here, how they're coming across the body quite a fair bit, and then up the top here, the tension as we get close to the crease. So I'm looking for consistent stride length, consistent build up a pace. I'm looking for the arms to stay a bit more relaxed and a bit more up and down, less left and right, as he transitions into his bowling here. I think a combination of, once again, keeping that rhythm all the way through and not losing it through there will be a nice way to build pace, build momentum all the way through the crease. And here we have number 3 and the last bowler that we're going to analyse. We'll take a look at the front on vision and then from behind now. So there's the front on, and then here's the vision from behind / side on. Not the greatest angle in the world, but that plays. All right, cool. Let's have a look at run-up speed first. So start slow and builds in. I think that's a nice gradual building in pace. So absolutely awesome there. I reckon the one thing here that we're looking to work on is the running mechanics side of this. Now, where we're looking here is look at the feet, number 1. So you can see his right foot there as we're over here. Let's have a look at where his feet, they probably land in there, not on their different lanes. So we want each foot to land on its different lane. So from here, we rotate through, foot cross over, another foot cross over, another foot cross over, etc. As you guys get the picture, that leads to a jump. It's off balanced. We see it's not straight. We then got to auto correct and come in, and then a falling away of the action there and being off balance because it all starts back up in the run up. Now, the reason why your feet cross over is because there's a counterbalance. So the body does not feel safe, does not feel like it has the right motor skills or the technique to put its foot in its right path. So we need to develop the skill of running. We need to teach this kid how to run. So I'll be doing dribbling drills where we're looking at cycling our legs up and over the top. I'll be doing basic rhythm-based drills like A switches, A skips to get him used to running with his feet apart, and think about that both of his feet are working together. So as one foot comes down, you need to rip the other foot up. One foot comes down, the other foot rips up. And as I mentioned before, we want our feet to be cycling up over the top and back underneath our hip. But we can see here, he's sort of making, his shape is more of an oval shape with his feet. Because you can see he's not getting much lift, he's not getting much knee drive, and he's almost just shuffling through there. He needs to be thinking about trying to spend more time in the air than on the ground. Trying to be really bouncy and get up off the ground. He needs to be using his arms to be relaxed and driving up like a sprinter. Things like that help him get him up off the ground so he can then cycle his feet back underneath his hip more effectively. So when I'm coaching the running drills, I'll be coaching, all right, let's get bouncy, let's spend more time in the air than on the ground, those sort of cues. And I'll be doing a lot of work on his running mechanics and his drilling here. And that will include his arms, and he's staying nice and rigid. A nice drill you can also do too, or a constraint, is having like a piece of rope in between, and you're running each side of that rope. So each step goes either side of the rope as a constraint to not cross the feet over, which I do like as well. But this all comes down to running mechanics and doing his drills and then applying those drills and the feeling from those drills into his running and his run up there. So they're the main takeaways. They're more of a running mechanics thing. His pace is looking really good. His rhythm looked decent. But if he cleans up his running mechanics, then he's going to become a really, really good bowler. And that's our video done today. I hope you've taken something out of that you can go away and improve your run up, your running mechanics, and just your overall way how you feel when you're running. This is just a small part of the picture of the ways how I help my athletes, whether you're batter, fast bowler, etc., developing your sprinting, running mechanics, your run up, your bowling technical work with a strength and conditioning plan while working on the right mindset, what to focus on at the right times, developing routines, nutrition. I think high performance and getting to where you want to be in cricket is so multifactorial, and having someone to help you work through all those challenges and have a plan that links in all together rather than being, one coach for this, one coach for that, nutritionist, psychologist, whatever it is, and just having some guidance and a mentor for someone to help you through all your challenges is something that I pride myself on and what I love doing as a coach. So if you are interested in joining my coaching, there is links down below to sign up, and I'd love to help you achieve all your lofty goals and get you to where you want to be and to give cricket a proper crack, because before we know, it could be too late and we could be old and retired. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the next one. And if you are interested in getting your run-up reviewed, then the link will be down below for next one's video.